Hello, guys. Good morning and welcome to my channel. This is Amaze Me by Said TV. I'm very delighted today to share with you a couple of tutorial on how to make your bar soap. So if you are somebody who has been struggling with how to make bar soap from scratch, cold pressed soap, then you may need to watch this video to the end for step-by-step tutorial and guide on how to make your bar soap. My name is Sideta Savior, and today I am your tutor. There are a couple of things you need to know about bar soap. There are different types of bar soap. There's the laundry bar soap, there's the creamy soap, and how you make your soap determines what you're going to get at the end of the day. So before we start, you'll be needing your head cover, anything to cover your head. You'll be needing nitrile gloves. These are regular nitrile gloves that you can buy from the pharmacy or any store around you. You will need your nose mask. And this is the second type of gloves that you will need. This is heavier. It keeps and protects your hands from the solution which you will use, so that your fingers don't get burnt or don't get hurt in the process. I hope that you're ready. Also, you will be needing your safety goggle. This will protect your eyes from the solution as well. Now, the first thing you need to consider about soap making is that you need to keep your environment very clean. So you need to clean your table with a rag and then spray some alcohol on it. All right. So today I am making a creamy cold press soap, and I will let you in on a couple of my ingredients that I use. I'm making the creamy soap, and this soap is 40% lye and 60% water. So to start, I need, you're going to need, if you want to make this kind of soap, you're going to need your oil. All right. So you have your oil. Now you can combine different types of oils depending on the results that you want for your soap, depending on the effectiveness and what you want your soap to do. So I want this soap to combat acne. I want it to repair damaged skin. I want it to even out the skin tone. Like, I want anybody who's using it to have an even skin tone from head to toe should be the same color. You understand? And I also want this soap to nourish and moisturize the skin. So today I'm combining neem oil, coconut oil, castor oil, because I want it to take care of wat and scars. I want the soap to be able to reduce scars and wat on the body. I'm combining neem oil, castor oil, coconut oil, carrot oil, sunflower oil, which is very good in lightening. And here are my other additives. So in here, I have my clear. I have two types of clear right here. I have my goat's milk right here. I have this. You know what this is? This is my activated charcoal. Now this helps to suck out dirt from the skin. So I have these three additives, and I have my mixer, blender, my stick blender. I have my spatula, and I have my lye. This is my lye. So we're going to get started right away. I'm going to have to cover up while we start. So first of all is that you have to put your oils together, bring it to a stir to mix properly, and then you get started. So stay with me, all right? Need I also tell you that you need your scale? So I'm going to turn my scale on and I'm going to measure how many grams. You see, I have here 2,522 grams of my oil. All right. So these are all the oils that I am using for my soap making today. So I'm going to bring them to a stir so that everything can mix properly. I'm just going to shift the scale aside so everything can mix properly. So you need to mix with your stick blender, bring it to a stir so that everything can mix properly together. So as you can see, I have brought this to a trace, right? I've brought this completely to a trace. So now we're going to have to add the lye. Add it gently. You have to be gentle enough not to let it splash. Put it. Can you see that is already changing color? Now that is your lye. See the way it looks now? So we're going to have to stir it to blend it properly with this stick blender so that everything can be incorporated together. Do you understand? So let's start to blend now. So you have to mix this for about 15 minutes to have a very good trace. You see, the more you mix, can you see this? The more you mix, the more the trace becomes better. Now it's looking like custard, like cooked custard. You have to blend until it's properly traces, right? So you mix for 15 minutes, and if it doesn't trace well, you just mix again for 5 minutes at intervals. So we're going to have to continue mixing. So now it's time to add our additives. Put it. So this is the activated charcoal. We're going to just mix. You can add this in different ways. You can either add it in your oil or by the time you're done with your tracing. So I like to add it after my tracing. And then these are my other additive powders. So here we go. Just give it a nice mix and then we trace again. Mix until it's properly dissolved. Can you see this? So now we're going to mix it again with this stick blender. you can see, this is already giving us a very good trace. Can you see? It's already beginning to solidify itself. This is a good trace enough to pour into your mold. If you want it to be harder, then you keep stick blending to give you a stronger um, trace. Now be adding, we're going to be wanting the soap to come out in different colors. So we're going to add some other additives, which are the colors. So this is where we're going to stop the tracing for now. Divide them into portions, add the colors according to how we want it to be. This is an exfoliating soap, so I always like it to have some little particles of activated charcoal, so it will be able to exfoliate the skin properly, as you can see. But if you don't want this traces, then you need to dissolve your activated charcoal in your oil before you put in your lye. Do you understand? So now we're going to have to split it in parts and add our colors. So as you can see, we have them divided into 5 different containers: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to put our 5 different colors in it. This is pink. So I'm going to have 2 spoons of this because I want it to come out very well. In this one, then we have the blue in this one. Then we're going to have the purple in this one. And oh, I love this one. We're going to have the white. Let's see how this can change. You know, this is already looking creamy, so let's see if it will change to white. Let's see. After adding the colors, you just need to mix with your spatula before you use the stick blender, so your color doesn't fly out. You understand, right? You mix, you do same to all of them. Mix everything together. So after mixing with your spatula, then you use the stick blender. This will help you inculcate the color properly. As you can see, the soap is already traced. You see how it's getting hard already? So we don't need to waste any more time on this. So what you do to the first is what you do to the rest of it. So we're mixing all of them together to inculcate their colors properly. So as you can see, we have them all separated out in 5 different colors: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to pour them into the mold, and after which, let you see what the total outcome is. So to pour it into a mold, you need this, your cup. So we're going to have to put them in this cup to dispense them into the mold. So we are back to the mold, and this is how we poured out our soap. So what I'm doing is just using the spatula to give it a nice dressing so that everything sits together. You can hit slightly like this. You see, this mold is slightly bigger than the soap, but I don't have a problem. That's why I use the pegs to hold it on the side, just to give it a straight finish. All right, which I'm going to do that. So you use your spatula to dress nicely to make it even. Remember that you're going to just give this whatever kind of wear that you want it to wear. All right, so I'm just dressing nicely. Same thing goes to this one. So now, after that, you're going to need a spoon like this. Could be iron, could be plastic, something to use and decorate the soap and make it look nicer. So we'll start from this one. We'll begin. So you just pat it, one, two, in the opposite directions. You can do zigzag, whatever you want, all right? But I prefer to pat it, give it the side wings like I was doing before. So we're going to start that again. So this way and that way, just keep splitting your spoon in the opposite direction to push gently. Do you understand? Push, push, and push. That's it. That is done. So we'll move on to the next. So we push, remember, you're pushing in opposite directions. Push. You know, this is soap of many colors, remember. See, that is done. Do same to the last batch. So this quantity of soap is about 3.6 kg soap. So after we do this, if you have a peg, all right, if you have a peg, you just use it to peg the sides like I did before when we started, because you don't want your soap to be bent when it's out of the mold. So I'm going to just lightly hold this back just the way it was before. Hold both corners. If the soap was full, like completely full to the brim, then naturally this will just open up the mold. You won't need to peg it round because the soap must have gotten here and pushed it against the soap mold holder. But as you can see, this is not full, so that's why you have this loopholes here. So I just peg them and allow it to sit straight so that my soap doesn't get bent when it is out of the mold. You understand, right? So you do this all around to every place that you feel is lagging. Peg them all round. Peg them all round to every loophole. And finally, the soap is ready, as you can see. So we'll let it sit and dry and cure. So this would usually take about 24 to 48 hours to cure because it is 40% lye and 60% water. It depends, the time that your soap cures depends on the percentage of your lye. So we'll let this sit and I'll show you the final look. So guys, back to the soap making video. Now I have left my soap to cure for 24 hours and it's time to bring it out of the mold. Can you see what it looks like? We're going to do this slightly, gently. Take it off the mold. Now this is what my soap looks like. So we're going to place it in the cutter and cut it to nice shapes, just like we want. Okay guys, so now it's time to cut the soap. So you place it nicely on your cutter and then you press down to cut all the way. Now let's see what each piece looks like. Look at that now. Isn't this just so beautiful? This is the end product of the soap. So this is our cold press soap. If you like this video, then subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification button so that whenever we drop new content, you can get to see it. Take a good look at this soap. Now this is our cold press soap, ready for your use. So thank you so much for watching my channel and thank you for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing. See you next time.